Hello, Eatin and Cheatin, Big Wavy Roy Johnson here, and today I'm talking about my top 5 gym peeves. Now, before I get into the list, let me go into the ones that didn't make the list but deserve an honourable mention. Day trippers. People who I seem to see on weekends in my gym who essentially they just come into the gym for the day. And it's quite harsh because I do this every so often. Sometimes I want to change the scenery and what have you, but they just generally can be quite annoying. Getting in the way, don't know where things are, putting bags everywhere. Essentially, they end up doing a lot of the stuff I'm going to cover on later on, but they get a pass because they don't know any better. Next up, this is kind of linked to the day trippers, Tripod City. Now, there's a rule in my current gym about Tripod City, and that is, well, the gym is not a Tripod City. They encourage people to film stuff, social media, that's the age we live in and whatever, but just be mindful of people around you. I often, in my gym and other places I've trained, end up having to step around, tripods, people filming, tripods just in the middle of the gym where people are meant to be walking. You see these people come in with these massive, long tripod things with really nice, flashy, professional cameras every single session. Once in a while, I kind of get it. There's professional bodybuilders and stuff who come into my gym and they have content they need to put out to kind of satisfy their fans and their sponsors and all that sort of stuff. And that's cool. No problem with that. It's the people who do it every session. Why? I'm not saying that I don't film my training. Obviously I do. You see in my training videos. And yes, I have a mini tripod, but that doesn't get in the way of what people are doing. My mini tripod is completely out of the way. You can't even see it most of the time. In fact, most people, they just walk straight through my shop. But that's fine. That's okay because it's a gym. I don't care. But look, it's a gym. We're training. We're trying to better ourselves. Your Instagram content's not that important. Next up, people with no spatial awareness and people who stand in the way. Generally, it's just an annoying thing with life. So I'm not going to count that as a pet gym peeve because that just happens pretty much everywhere. And the last honourable mention, horseplay, or people messing about. For me personally, I go to the gym at some aiming towards something, whether that be staying in shape for wrestling, preparing for a show, competition, or whatever, or just my general health and well-being, my mental well-being. I don't need to be seeing people tickling each other or kissing. I don't know, whatever. Just go in there, work hard, go home. Right, now onto the list. And in at number 5, one that's doesn't really affect me as such, although it did affect me once. Creepers. By creepers, I mean you guys who go to the gym just to hit on women. Now, I say it affected me once. It wasn't a guy, it was a woman. I actually ended up going on a date, which was actually a horrible experience. Anyway, we won't go into that. Creepers. I see guys come into my gym and instead of going to the gym, getting changed, planning out your workout, having your pre-workout, stretching, warming up, whatever, they will walk around the gym looking for women to talk to. It's not a nightclub. Now, I'm not saying this is something that happens just in my gym because I've seen it everywhere. I've trained in Miami. It happened a lot in Miami. Ibiza, Amsterdam, powerlifting clubs, commercial gyms, hardcore gyms, hotel gyms. I've seen it everywhere. But it's just let women train. If you ask any woman, ask her outside of the gym, not in the gym, and someone that you actually know, do you go to the gym to pick up men? The answer is probably no. In at number 4, phone users. Now, I'll prefix this to say we're in a digital age where you can do everything on your phone, literally everything on your phone. I'm not talking about here people who check social media, check emails, check WhatsApp, put a bet on. Everyone does that sort of stuff in between sets. It's not out of the ordinary. Changing music, looking at YouTube, whatever, do it. It's fine. That's the age we live in. It's not a problem. What I'm talking about is people taking phone calls on the gym floor. Now, my gym in particular, and I'm sure many gyms around the country, very loud. Very, very loud. So why would you take a phone call in a ridiculously loud place, which also then just means you're shouting and you can't hear the person you're on the phone to, they can't hear you, but you're shouting so everyone around you can hear what you're talking about. Just go outside. If it's such an urgent phone call, go and take it outside. If it's not urgent, lock it off. Don't talk to them. Number 3, now this is linked kinda to creepers, and this is something that affects me quite a bit for some reason, is starers. Now often in my gym, places where I train, not so much actually. Well, I say not so much in my gym. It shouldn't be a thing in my gym because I train at a hardcore bodybuilding gym. I'm not the strongest, leanest, I'm not the biggest, but for some reason, when I'm training, say I'm on the bench press or something, some sort of machine, I'll look up and I'll see someone like this. What are you doing? And it always seems to be the same people. And I live in Croydon / Ibiza anyway, but people staring at people in Croydon is usually not a good thing. It's usually some sort of beef, jealousy, mean mugging, whatever going on. Stop staring at me. Just let me train. I'm not hurting anyone. I'm not even that big. I'm not that shredded. I don't look that good. And if you do think I look big and strong and shredded or whatever, just say, hey man, you're doing good. Don't need to stare. Number 2, and this is something that I find quite irritating. I'll say this and I'll prefix it saying I'm not an unapproachable person. I'm generally not a moody person, but I can't stand chatting in the gym. I don't want to talk to anyone, I'm sorry. And when I say that, I don't mean saying hi, how you doing, what you training today, you looking great, or whatever. I don't know, stuff like that. Just normal small talk, chit chat, just a quick interaction. It's fine. Don't mind that at all. Even like a minute or so as I walk into the gym or whatever, that's fine. Don't mind it. Actually, don't mind it. I've got friends who train in my gym. I've got family who train in my gym. People I've worked with, I've trained in the same gyms before and whatever, and you just naturally talk to people. But please, 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 realise when the time for talking is over. Here's a clue. Headphones are in. I'm not talking to you, my headphones are in. For some reason, there's one guy who joined my gym and he loves to talk. Now, it's fine, I'll talk to you after the gym, I'll talk to you before, but he will come over from the other side of the gym after, in between his set, to come and talk to me that I'm not really that bothered about. I don't care which woman's wearing what exercise this person is doing. Stop it. Training. Leave me alone. And number 1. And this is only at number 1 purely because it happens every single time I go to the gym. Without fail. And it happened to me this morning. And it's always going to happen. It's never going to stop happening. And that is equipment misuse. Now, I just want to say, when I say that, I don't talk about people using certain parts of equipment for exercise they're not intended. I'm not talking about curls in the squat rack. I'm not talking about push downs in a pull down machine. I'm talking about people using equipment to rest in between sets, put their coat on, to use the weight rack as a clothes horse. The worst one, in fact, the worst one of all, which I see all the time, is people using equipment to rest their mobile phone. And it always seems to happen as I'm about to use that bit of equipment. If you've been going to a gym for how long, you should know. You should know. That's not what it's there for. The machine or whatever it is will say what it's for. Just stop doing that, please. Just stop it. And that's it for Eating and Cheating this week. It was a quick one, but I just had to get that off my chest. Hopefully somewhere out in the universe, people will look at this and they'll listen to it and they'll take it on board. And maybe, just maybe, they'll stop being so annoying. Let me know what you thought about my gym peeves. What are your gym peeves? Put it in the comments. Reply to me on Twitter, DM me, whatever. Just let me know. Maybe I'm being unreasonable. Maybe we have the same peeves. And I'll see you next time for another episode of Eatin and Cheatin. And remember, keep eating, keep cheating. Like, subscribe, comment for the algorithm. If you want to support me, you can get one of these lovely bits of merchandise from my big cartel. So I've still got some in stock, so get on that. If you're into wrestling and you want to see me wrestle, this is where I'm going to be in the next few weeks or so. Please come down, please come say hi. Please enjoy the show. Please buy my merch. Please buy colleagues' merch, other fellow wrestlers. Support us. We're working real hard. Until next time, keep eating, keep cheating.